Hi guys, welcome to Vendors Review with Anu, and I hope you've had an amazing day. I'm having an amazing one. It's a little bit chilled here in Alberta, but yeah, today we are doing the final part of vendor review, and for those that will just join me, you can check the other four parts of this series I started sometime last year. The reason why I started it was because I wanted to give sincere reviews about some of the vendors I use for my wedding. And for those that are just coming to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and please subscribe to this YouTube channel for great content every week. So normally I always have like I've always organized, let me just use that word. I've always like helped out with a couple of events when it comes to like event planning or stuff, and it was easier for me to like want to settle in. And when it came to my wedding, I wanted to be very organized and detailed about everything I wanted to do. But because I was not on ground like in Nigeria, I couldn't do that, so I had to get an event planner who would help throughout that process for that the period of the wedding. Now I got married October 2019, so pretty much about 4 or 5 months ago, and I used tons of vendors. And through the series from part 1 to part 2 to part 3 to part 4, and I had a particular episode where I actually talked about picking your bridesmaids wisely, because I had some bridesmaids issues, but it was not easy for me to actually like how would I put it, it was not easy for me to settle in on choosing bridesmaids and all that. So this part is the last and final part of the series. So if you know what the previous ones, please don't forget, you can go back on my YouTube channel, just search Anu Adedire, and you'll be able to see the previous episodes of vendor review. And today I'm going to the final part where we're talking about a couple of vendors, but I'll be ending it with my wedding planner, so stay tuned. Yes, so I just wanted to take some warm water. The first vendor I'm going to talk about would be someone that is so special to me at the moment, and I will not even lie to you, she's an amazing person. I remember that when my then fiancé, now husband, was he wanted something very particular, and not everybody will be like this. So our oh my god, our courtship and the relationship and everything was very special. It was very different from what everybody normally would do. And I think along the line it was more or less like I really wanted something I loved. I wanted a ring that I would actually love. Now I'm not the square piece or whatnot piece. I knew that I needed to love what I was gonna wear. So he told me, okay, you know what you can do for me? You can just help me like go around, check out wedding rings and see the one you would like the most. He didn't want to do like one surprise, and I told him that I wanted a ring that I will be able to love for years, I'll be able to wear for years, and you can always upgrade, you know. Hallelujah, amen. So I enjoy that process. I went to different stores, I got different deals. But this time we went to the West Edmonton Mall in Edmonton here in Canada, and surprisingly we met this amazing lady called Munira. And the reason I'm doing this review about her is because Munira was super amazing. She gave us one of the best deals ever. Like, it was such an amazing deal. I'll see how I can slide in like what they call this thing, pictures, but I can attach some pictures of the ring. It's such a beautiful ring that I really love. And Munira did an excellent job in making sure that we got something very good, even though it was even bigger than the one we planned, but she gave us a very good deal for it. So if you want any hookup for like very good rings, go to Michael Kors in West Edmonton Mall and ask for Munira and say that you came from Anu. And yes, she's an Algerian woman who is such a sweet soul. Oh my god, I really love her. God bless you, Munira. I'm super grateful for all you did. The other one I'm going to talk about, like I told you, this is going to cover a lot more about how would I put it, more about my wedding planner. And I have just 2 to 3 to 4 vendors, and I'm going to do like a piggyback on some vendors that I feel like you should also know some things about. So one of the things that I've noticed generally is that most people don't sit down and people have bias when it comes to their vendors, or if they've used a vendor before and they feel like, oh, this person has been good before, it's something will be good. Always make sure that you still have like an updated version of who you're dealing with. And to be very sincere, have that updated version. Don't be like some people that will tell you, oh, I've been doing this for years, oh, I've been I know you've used this vendor before, I know you guys have been on the same level about so many things, but really still go back and do your own work. See how the person has like done their work recently, how the person has worked along with other vendors and other clients recently, because people change, my brothers and sisters, people change, and that's the bitter truth. This vendor I want to talk about oh my god, where do I even start from? So when we got to Lagos, we stayed in Ibis Ikeja, and that's one of like the worst hotels I've stayed in my life. Like, to be very sincere, number one, the AC was bad, there was no tissue, there was no regular cleanup, their food was super expensive. I really can't say this is one thing I really loved about the hotel generally. Like, when it comes to customer service, fair enough, not bad. In which, okay, so I don't know how Nigerian things work. So here, check-in is 12, right? But in Nigeria, check-in apparently even on Sunday is 2 o'clock, and on regular days it was a different time they put on their website. So, well, I can't remember how it turned out, but they already knew that we were gonna get there for so time. Like it had been communicated with them. They were gonna come in around 1 o'clock, so they should please make sure everything is set. And guys, this is us after traveling for almost 3-4 days, because we had to go to Dubai and stuff like that. So, guys, that's how these guys tell us we can enter the room. We've paid, like, or if it's that we paid from the day before, it would have been a different scenario, but right now we only paid for that day, so it only covers from that time to when we're leaving. I'm like, dude, like, it's the same room you're gonna put us, so why are you like making things stressful? Well, at the end of the day, God helping, I had one of my big brothers and sisters, the dadas in the area, so I was able to go meet them, and I was meeting them for the first time, so it was like, oh my god, I was super pumped, super hyped. I was so happy to see them, and by the time I got back there, I didn't even need anything they had there. I didn't even eat much food there, because their food was like, okay, like out of 10, I'll rate their food, let's say 5. For all the things I ate throughout. For accommodation, the room was stuffy, the TV was so old, the bathrooms were so small, the plumbing was clogged up. Like, I can begin to tell you from one thing to the other that was wrong about that hotel. So I don't know if they have renovated it by now, maybe you can still go there, but personally, that's never a place I want to go ever again. Like, personally, like, myself. Another vendor I'm going to talk about which, oh my god, this vendor till date hasn't renewed himself. So I've spoken to a couple of guys that make shoes, and I wanted to make a particular shoe for my husband. So I spoke to my brother, oh, help me talk to this person, these are the sizes, and we had this communication. And don't forget that they're all white foot, so please put extra inches. Oh, they do it well. They gave all the reasons why it's gonna be a superb job, and I believed them. And my brother told me, oh, no problem, they're gonna do well, and I'm like, yeah, no problem. Not for this vendor. This vendor called the Taylor Shoes. The shoes were tight. He's based in apparently Ibadan, Lagos. I don't know, but I know he's based in Ibadan. The shoes were tight. They had to go expand them. One of my groomsmen, Samuel, couldn't even wear his own for the second day because it was too tight. Until date, as I'm talking to you, he's still requesting for money to refix or remake another shoe, which is not possible because the brief that was given to you, you didn't deliver on it. He kept saying, oh no, he delivered it. No, you did not. If you did, it will be the person's size. If you expanded it and still didn't work, that means you didn't make it to the person's size. Because it's not how you expand a shoe, and if you expanded every other one and it worked, but except this one, that means you didn't do the exact size. Till now, we've not gotten the shoe, like, we've not gotten a remake. I think the shoe is even still in Nigeria. We've not gotten the shoe. He didn't send any apology or say anything wrong in what he did. Guys, I don't know. I've had so many recently in the last couple of weeks. I've had a couple of complaints from people about him, so I don't think he's someone I would like ever trust with making shoes ever again. To be very sincere, nah. I believe I've talked about DJ in my previous episodes. So my last and final vendor, which is not a vendor, is I'm going to talk about my wedding planner. Can we just breathe for 1 second before I start? So, let me start from the very beginning. So, like I said, my husband proposed December 2019. I started my I started my planning and everything before then. So he proposed, I chose my bridesmaids. I think I talked about little about that in the bridesmaids episode. So if you want to know about how I chose my bridesmaids and all, please just go watch that particular episode. So I'd been talking to this lady who was my so she was my classmate in primary school, and I'd seen 3 to 4 weddings that she had organized for my friends, like from like either secondary school or primary school, and everyone would be like, oh, she did very well, and I'm like, okay, no problem. I spoke to her, I told her what I wanted, I told her what my expectations were, and we had a verbal agreement. Then she was like, well, it's very important for us to have like a written statement, so I'm going to open a WhatsApp group, so that when I did my payment for her I wanted a full service, then it was a particular price. Our organization had increased the price too, but I'm like, the conversation I had with you was so price. So she said, I'm going to honor the price we talked about before now. So she actually acknowledged it, and she did. So we'll continue. So I told her this is what I wanted, these are my colors. So I practically, okay, so you know where you and your planner has to pick this and pick that. I practically would say that I picked almost everything. I knew almost everything I wanted, except for some vendors that I was not too sure about, and I still needed clarity. Like decor, I had 3 options where she actually, let me tell you something. She actually, when it comes to efficiency, when we were chatting on WhatsApp, I got 100%. She was always like, she was on time for meetings when she would not be around. Her assistant to be there. She would always like message to say, oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I believe that so and so have spoken to you about this. Like it was, we were on sync, on point, like throughout. Sorry, something kind of entered into my eyes. Oh my god. Okay, so when sync in everything, when we're chatting on WhatsApp, and I was here in Canada, she was in Nigeria. So I told her, okay, these are the vendors I've spoken to so far. These are the ones I want. So there were some vendors I wanted, and there were some that, well, if you have options, these are the options I have, but if you have other options, I wouldn't mind. So yeah, we went on and on and on and on and on. At some point, I felt like I'm not the best person when it comes to chatting, but I would like drop voice notes. At some point, I had to change my phone, so all the data of my old phone went. I couldn't say any other thing. So all these things were like locking there, and I'm like, okay. And like I said, on the WhatsApp, she dotted my T's. So I gave her all the vendors I wanted. I gave her all the vendors that I had suggestions from other people, and they advised and all that. So it was all good. It was all good. So me thinking that on Sunday, once I land with so my expectation was, since my wedding is in 2 weeks, my planner is with me all the way. I mean, like, from every time where I'm going, how we are planning, and because it was all wedding that we came to do, so I felt like all my fittings, all my stuff, my planner is with me and is with me all the way. That was my mindset, and to be very sincere, So So I got to my first vendor that same Sunday, spoke to King Akbar. Oh my god, King Akbar was nice. We went. Then on Monday, we went out to the island to do some things in the bank. Tuesday, we went to Beams. So all this while, as I'm talking to you, I'd not seen my planner at all. So I landed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'd not seen my planner. Wednesday, I'd not seen my planner. And I'd done like 2 to 3 fittings already. So I'm like, okay, I don't understand. So I was telling my friend TJ, who was one of my bridesmaids, I'm like, I don't understand. I believe that when I was not around, we're supposed to have this kind of, and I'm going to be real with you. I can't even lie to you, right? I'm supposed to like have this kind of conversation where, like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, so I believe that my planner is supposed to be with me, like not 24 hours a day, but I believe that when it comes to anything pertaining the wedding, like my fittings, like when I'm seeing a vendor, when all these things, you should be there. You understand? And there was no vendor we're going to see that I didn't communicate to her. So I didn't see her until Thursday. So Thursday, early in the morning, I went to no. So I think early in the morning we had gone to a vendor. I think we went to the island to do something very early in the morning. I think 6:30 or something. And by the time we were coming back from the island, she joined us at the island. And when I was done with that vendor, and from there we went back to the makeup artist, which was makeup by Ara, which was one of her friends. But like, I was just asking her that, okay, who in Lagos can I quickly like do like a quick look and for the video shoot and all that. So I'd already told her the time and everything, but by the time we know Lagos traffic and everything, we got there a little bit late. Then the lady started, the makeup was actually for like 1 hour, 1 hour 20 minutes or something. Then we got to so all through that time she was helping me with my vlog. I had, like I said, I actually haven't like arranged all the videos together to put up all the vlogs for my Nigerian trip, because I still have to like do some editing, so it's a lot of work. So like I said, she was doing all that for me. We went to the studio, we met Larry Shaw, we did the pre-wedding video. It was really nice, it was good, we're in sync with everything. Then she left, and after that time we went to Port Harcourt. So there was nothing like I was gonna, like Friday the next morning we went to Port Harcourt after the video, pre-wedding video shoot. She left, everybody left, and we went to Port Harcourt the next day. So it was not biggie. So by the time I was back, so I was the only one back in Lagos. So my mind was that, oh, my planner is with me. Like, okay, maybe because I and my husband were around, so she would like be busy and stuff. But I still didn't see her. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? Like, you should be able to like, at least whatnot. But at some point I'm like, okay, you know what, so I kind of carry along. I'm going to this vendor, I'm going to that vendor, and still with all the fact that I was carrying along with all the vendors I was going to see, that they were in Lagos, I didn't see that, oh, okay, you know what, let's meet up so that we can go together. Like, there was nothing like that. And I felt, to be very sincere, I felt so bad. So at that time, I'd already moved to Ogba to stay with my friend, and the logistics for my going out was really, really tough. I was spending a lot on transport. Shout out to one of my very good pastors, oh my God, one of my very good pastors in Lagos that really also helped with transport once. And he helped out, like, but like what I'm saying is, the way what TJ was doing for me, like taking me everywhere around Lagos, making sure I got to all my vendors in time, making sure I went to Lagos market to get things I wanted, I personally expected. So if I didn't know TJ in Lagos, I would not have anybody to do it with. So that was the brings for it for me, like the Pastor Corey Adams, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I don't understand, like, what's up, like, in my head. So she was like, oh, she wanted to go to Lagos. I'm like, okay, well, will you chill? That means she was going to go to Ibadan. I'm like, okay, will you chill, because I have to be at a vendors meeting and a couple of other things that we have to meet. So either way, we can go to Ibadan together and all that. So we're supposed to go to Ibadan on Thursday, but Beams, like I said before, disappointed. So the next day she actually on Friday we went to Ibadan, but still, like, there was that, we were late because it was, I had her, we were when both of us went, so she got to the where we were supposed to meet a little bit late, and we had to stop to get some things from my friend TJ, and TJ was going to meet us in Ibadan for Monday. So in my head, I'm just thinking that, okay, all this stress I've gone through in Lagos, I don't expect that I should go through all this stress, because all the in my head it was like all the efficiency that we were doing on WhatsApp. This is where I expected that we would know everywhere in Lagos and be able to go to together. And it was not about transport, because if you wanted, I always had a cab. So if you wanted me to like come and meet you or whatnot, we will always do that. Like, so all these things were running through my mind, and I didn't know how to, and that's part of the things that we talked about on the show, Life Matters Another Day today, which is communicating how you feel about things with your partner. So we got to Ibadan, and when we got to Ibadan, she was on different phone calls of other people's events. So I felt like I was the one kinda, I don't want to use this word, but I felt like I was stressing her. That's how I felt. And I'm being truthful, yeah? And I was like, okay, you know what, no problem. If that's how it's gonna go. We went, so she really, really hooked me up with this lady that helped me sew, what do you call it? That helped me sew, what do they call this thing? Sew on the, oh my God. That helped me sew my bridal, you know, that thing that you wear, coats or bride's robe, bridal robe, and my bridesmaids robe. So in my head, I'm just thinking, so we were done with the lady, and I gave her some clothes to help me sew, because I needed to rush around with some of this clothes like that I bought, and I needed to sew them before we travel back to Canada. So in my head, I'm like, okay, like, thank you, and we left. And she's like, okay, so we'll meet tomorrow, so and so time. No, Monday. No, that was Friday. Yeah, so Saturday the programs were supposed to come. I didn't see the program until Sunday, because on Saturday we're supposed to go to 3 different other vendors on Saturday, and nothing. She was like, oh, yeah. So that Saturday she told me that her car was stuck and she had to do some running around, so she couldn't go to the garage. At the end of the day on Sunday, I saw the program, and that's why I told you about Ebenezer Ruth when I said in my part 4 that it was not the size I wanted. So I was devastated. I cried, and she's like, oh, that she thought I understood when she said A5, A4. I said, see, you understand that 90% of the time, and this is it. I sent her a picture of what I wanted, and what I wanted was like in this kind of font, like a big so this was what I sent to her for the size of what I wanted, right? And this was what I got the A5, the smaller one. So I didn't even know that A5, A4 there, because most of the time when they're chatting, the time she chose for us to have the meetings most time were the times that I personally would be like on my way to work or something. So it was a lot to process in, and I felt like since I'd sent the picture, like there shouldn't be a biggie. So all the time I was like, yes, just do it, just make sure everything is set and all that. So when I saw the program, oh my God, I first cried. My head was hot. And my younger brother had to call my husband, and my husband was like, I know, calm down, don't worry. So I was calm. I laughed, and we moved on. So that day I was too pissed, so I didn't even have any conversation with her. The following day TJ had come, so in my head, to be very sincere, I didn't see any need why I needed to call her again, because all the things that happened in Lagos didn't really let me want to like go through all that stress. So I was already like, fun fact was I didn't drive in the city. Like in Ibadan, I used to drive within UI, but I didn't drive outside UI. I'd never driven outside UI. So all my driving skill and everything here, I put them into the test, and it was crazy, guys. It was so crazy. Nigerians, oh my God, Ibadan Mikra and tricycle, oh my God, it was terrible. But it was really good. It was really good for me to like have the experience. Like if I go anywhere in Nigeria, I believe I can drive. As long as I know the place. Yeah. So we were able to go everywhere, go to different places, do all the shoots. I went to the vendors meeting, and the vendors meeting, there were some things that I needed clarity on and all that. All that went, and it was D-Day. Now, part of the things that I had issues with, Trisha had this girl called my bridal assistant. So the girl said, oh, how can I help you? And I said, one of the things that I would love to have for my wedding, if not anything, the reason why I have this phone and this gimbal is because I want to cover 90% of my wedding. So I know that I have my videographer that will cover it, but I know that there's some things that I want to see after and laugh, or when they're making me up, or all those things that video might not cover, because I watched my video and it's not everything it covered. Like, it didn't cover the entire 5 hours. Like, it covered 3 hours for the engagement, and it covered about 4 to 5 to 6 hours for the reception. So it's not like it covered everything. So all those tiny details I wanted. So I told her, your job is to just make sure the phone is charged, the gimbal is charged, everything is good, and I eat. That's all. Like, I don't need to do any other thing. But this bridal assistant, let me sip some water. So the guy's like, oh, you won't be whatever at me if I wake you up too much, or I command. I say, you can't command because I'm always on time. So you just let me, like, you just be on top of your toes. Like, so I'm like, okay, where's the recording? Or why is anyone not recording? Oh, I need these things because I really needed them. I really want to have that data, right? So and I want to make sure that these things are in my archive. So when I saw the plan at the end of the day, because for engagements, like, there was nothing on our table, there was no water, there was no drink, there was no food, nothing. So at some point, as I was dancing, the girl was asking what I wanted to eat. In my head, I'm like, I'm dancing into traditional wedding. You're asking what I want to eat. Like, is that not the job of you and the planner to make sure that something's on the table? Or when I sit down, you get come and meet me and say, but all the events I've gone to, there's always at least water on that table where husband and wife will sit down. Nothing, guys. Okay. So I called the attention to it, and I'm like, why is it there's no water, there's no drink, nothing on the table? I don't understand. It's like, oh, that's what I was asking. Like, you were asking me when I was dancing and when something's supposed to be on the table already. So my husband is like, okay, don't stress yourself. You just bring meat. Don't worry, we don't need any food because we don't want any stomach upset. Just bring meat, bring the drinks and all that, and put it on the table, we'll eat and all that. So I don't think I saw the meat. I personally don't think I saw the meat on the table. I did avoid the engagement and I didn't see any meat. The only thing I remember was that I had corporate Gary, like I said earlier in like part 1 or part 2, and he had already packed my stuff to the hotel. So I really did not care at that point. Which one of the stuff that we had talked about is, if I don't eat, force me to eat. Like, just make sure I eat something. So at the end of the day, there was mix up with accommodation, where I felt like my planner would already be like on top of it. She was outside and later left. I was on the top of my lungs. Larry Schwartz pulled me and just said, just sit down. He turned on the AC, stepped out of his car, and I just sat down there and I just cool my brain off. Then we went to the hotel. I had my corporate Gary and the girl slept, and couple of the vendors she got for. So by the time I saw, so to be very sincere, I didn't see my bridal robe. Yes, I didn't see my bridal robe until that Saturday, because I think they brought it around Thursday or Friday or something. So I just saw it that morning, and it was the opposite of what I sent to this girl. I was oh my god. So I called the planner and I'm like, this was not what I gave this girl to do, and you knew the brief. You were the one that said this person is very good. You knew the brief that I sent to her. This is opposite. It's not the color. It's not anything. She was like, the girl is apologizing. She didn't see the color I want. If you didn't have the color, you should have communicated that with me. I would have probably gone to a bridal store and paid much more expensive price to get it. Like, I will not go through that stress of. And the girl keeps saying, oh, she's sorry, she's this, she's that. And at that point, the hairstylist she got for that morning, for that day, like, that lady was beat by a scorpion. I told you earlier. So the lady was not even 100%. She didn't bring all the hairpins. That day, I was frustrated. Oh my God. I I couldn't just hang it. So I was outside already. The guys were already rushing me. The photographers were already like, oh, let's take it. And oh my God, I couldn't just undo it anymore. So I went back to the room and I cried. Guys, I cried. On that, my wedding morning, I cried. Like, I cried so hard. But God bless my planner. She was praying. She was saying positive things. I had one of my bridesmaids there. I had Lipix and I had Tinorella, and they were just my backbone. They were, oh my God, they were just my backbone. Then when we left, I go to church. That church was church politics, guys. Like, just do your wedding in the garden. Don't disturb yourself. That's all I will say. Don't disturb yourself. Talk to your pastor, the pastor that you like, and just do your wedding in the garden. I'm telling you, or you can do your wedding in church, but make sure that you have a communication with the pastor, because the amount of stress you went through because of let's just forget it. So reception time, blessing time, and I didn't see the MC before the event. I didn't have a communication with the MC, and it was like the opposite of what I wanted. Yeah, one of the things that pained me when I was even watching it now was what the band did, because I told them that, because my mom-in-law is Igbo, I told them that when my dad and mom are dancing in, make sure you do a mix of English and Igbo songs, just like, and a few Yoruba songs, just to mix and match. The band didn't do that, and this was the brief I had communicated several times, even with the planner. So same thing as the engagements. There was no drink, no food, no water on our table, nothing. We had danced in, everything was whatnot. The MC was doing his own. He was always coming back to like ask for, oh, okay, what's next one? I'm like, okay, this is not something I'm supposed to have done. I sent you a program. That was the reason why I sent you a program and all that. Okay, I drafted the program for the wedding. For me, I felt like I wanted more when it came to like my planner. I know she did a lot, talking to vendors, doing some running around. At the end of the day, she had, when it comes to accountability for money, she'll keep your money. She's a very good planner. I just felt like I felt like I should have gotten more from her, right? That's still how I feel, kind of to date, that I should have gotten more from her. But apart from that, it was a good service. We've got to the end of vendor review. I'm so grateful for everyone that tuned in for vendor review. I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, my wedding planner was more events. Veal, she's an upcoming. She's a new to the game, less than 10 years. I think less than 10 years, yes. But yeah, but like I said, there are so many things that I really loved, but those tiny things that I felt like I needed more, I didn't get. But aside that, at the end of the wedding, she came to the hotel, got all the balances, paid everybody. She did a good job when it comes to accountability. I respect her for that. She has integrity for that. I just felt like for all the running around and the ruggedness of some of the parts, I felt like I needed more and I didn't get them. But apart from that, she did a very good job. But altogether, the success of the wedding was all God. Shout out to my parents, shout out to my all my parents. I have 4 parents now. Shout out to my husband, shout out to our siblings, shout out to our friends, shout out to colleagues, shout out to classmates, shout out to everybody, the church, everyone that gave towards the wedding. God bless you. I celebrate you. We celebrate you. We love you. God bless you real good. So yes, this is the end of the review. I hope that you have learned a couple of things from my own 5-part journey, and I hope that you'll be able to take something home. For those that have been asking also, like, what have I been using to shoot my videos lately, I've been using my phone. So the Samsung Note is a very good one if you want to look for a very good device to shoot videos. And yes, all this blurriness and the sharpness and everything you're seeing is my phone. So yes, I just wanted to say that to answer that question. But God bless you all. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. God bless you till I see you next time on another episode of another show. My another thing on my, so I'll have another video on my channel where I'm going to talk about other things, but Till I see you next time, God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I love you. I celebrate you. Mwah.